Hi everyone, Cheeky Tam here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute snowman ornament. So let's get started. First up, I'm going to paint these polystyrene balls. I've got a smaller one and a bigger one. I would have liked to have had smaller balls, but this is all I could find. I'm just going to paint these with some white acrylic paint. Let's just blob it straight on the ball. And that's just so it gets a nice glossy look to it. Next up, I'm going to get some craft glue and some glitter. Mix that in. I'm just going to paint a little bit of that on these polystyrene balls. Next up, I've got to join these two balls together. So for this, I've got a toothpick and a glue gun. So I'm just going to stab this one. For some reason, my toothpick didn't have two pointy bits, so I'm just going to put this end in here now. Add a little bit of glue, then just stick this ball on top of this one. Hello snowman, you now have a head. Now let's give him some arms. I found these ones in the yard. They're just bits of sticks, but you can also use pipe cleaners. Do you know how hard it is to explain to your neighbour what you're looking for when you're staring at the ground and you say, I'm looking for sticks? So I'm just going to shove these in his body. Sounds painful, I know. Before I do, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on them. I thought it might help make them stick in there better. So just shove that in there. Next up, I'm going to give him some little buttons on his body. I've got these little pom-poms here, which I thought are really cute. You can also use little buttons, heaps of different sequins you could use, but I'm going to use these little pom-poms. So once again, get your glue gun. Next up, he needs a face, because who doesn't need a face? For his eyes, I've just glued on two little black sequins here. There's lots of different things you can use for that. You can use beads, you can use rocks from the yard. Use your imagination. Now, for his nose, I'm going to use a pipe cleaner. I'm just going to bend that and sort of twist the end of it. Make it a bit skinnier, because who has a nose like that? Cut that. Using a toothpick, I'm just going to puncture a mark where I want the nose to go. It'll just make it easier to get it in there. Just use the glue gun and pop his nose in. He needs a mouth, and for that I've got these little red beads here, and I'm going to glue a smile here. Quickly put these beads on. If you're worried about the heat of the glue gun, use a toothpick to help you in this process. So you can kind of drop the bead there and then just use this to place it. Next up, I want to make him a scarf. So I've got this scrap of material here, and all you want to do is cut a long strip for the scarf. Put a blob of glue on the back of his neck to secure the scarf. Stick that on. Then put another blob of glue on his body to secure that scarf to that as well. You might actually need a couple of blobs of glue here. So now you want to make him a hat, and for that I've got some felt. You could also use cardboard in this process. I've measured his head size and I've thought, yeah, that's going to be a good hat for him. I'm going to also draw a smaller circle inside this one. Then turn this over. Put some craft glue on this. I'm just going to have to use my glue gun because my glue stick's now given up on me. Then just glue your felt to that. Then cut out the circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. He's a snowman. He's not used to designer clothing. Then also cut the middle circle out. Then cut a little strip of black felt out. You want it to fit in that circle size you've got there. And at this stage then I'm going to rip this off. If it doesn't want to rip off well, just paint that part black. I'm going to make just little tiny cuts here. And this is so it's easier for me to sort of bend it and give it the shape I want. If you're good at sewing, you can actually sew this hat on. I don't sew, I just don't do it. Only if I have to do a button out of desperation. Now I usually only do it a little bit at a time. Otherwise you have to rush through this process and it's quite hard. Join that there and just keep going all the way around. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue along the hat here to join it. Okay, there it is. With this hat you can do the same process and make a little round bit to go on top, or you can actually scrunch it together, which I'm going to do today, and make it more of a slouchy looking hat. But before I join this up, I've actually got to put another toothpick in his head. Ouch, that'll give you a Christmas headache. Why have I done that, you're probably wondering? Not because I'm a cruel woman. It's because if you want to hang it on a tree, you're going to need to join it to the tree somehow. I've got this florist wire as well to help me out here. I'm going to stick the florist wire in his head too because he hasn't had enough Christmas torture. In it goes. Now I get this hat and I string it along this forest wire. It's going to bring it down to his head there. And I'm going to glue this hat to his head. Make sure you do it all the way around. Hold it on there so it secures it. Now I'm just going to scrunch this bit up together and I'm going to wind this wire around it. This way I can just hook him straight onto the tree like that. I've actually given mine a little candy cane to hold. You can just make those with pipe cleaners, wind two together. So this is the end result. He's super cute as you can see and he's ready to put on the tree. Thank you so much for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to share this, give it the thumbs up and subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye. Add some glue. Oh, far out. Merry Christmas, Tam. Your glue gun's not working. It's heating up, but it's, oh, far out. It's stupid, isn't it? Oh, jeez. Ow. Through the magic of Christmas, I found my other old glue gun. Oh, far out. I've got paint on me. Oh, far out. How many times can I get paint on myself? Oh, if it'll ever come out. Far out. No, it's not going to happen. See how easy it is? Why is it putting up a fight? I'll never know. Because it's Christmas. Nothing wants to come out of its container today. So once again, get your glue gun. Geez, that's hot. Watch out for your glue gun. It's evil. Far out. It's all or nothing with these glue guns, isn't it?